Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a full day of eating for you. So if you have watched my first About Me video, you will know that I follow a plant-based diet. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I am about to go and make a smoothie because I've been to the gym and I've been out for a little longer after the gym because I had to drop something off to a client's place and also pop to the shop. So I'm about to make a post-workout smoothie and then I'm gonna make some broccoli pasta bake in about an hour for lunch. Into this smoothie, I added almond milk, 1 whole banana, a couple of strawberries, including the stem, as a lot of the nutrients is found in the stem, some vanilla protein powder, some spirulina, and a maca powder. The spirulina is a really rich source of iron and vitamin B12, and the maca powder helps to balance out your hormones as well as add a natural honeycomb caramel flavor. If you can, include some sweet fruits with your spirulina as it helps to neutralize the green flavor. I also want to ask a quick question for anyone out there watching this that uses a natural or organic deodorant. Do you have any recommendations on brands that I can use? Because I recently, meaning this week, just bought and started trying this organic deodorant, and I gotta say I'm not really a massive fan. I'm not a sweater, but at the gym just before, I felt like I smelt, and I don't usually smell, so I could go a whole day without wearing deodorant. But just from doing an hour session at the gym, I actually really felt like I didn't smell very good and it didn't feel very good either. So if anyone has any recommendations other than this one, that'd be great. I find there's also a really fine line with using that one. So I can either add too much or too little and it happens really quickly. So for that one, you're supposed to pop it on your skin and allow your body heat to sort of soften the deodorant up. And as soon as that happens, you're supposed to start obviously applying it to your underarms. And I found that it leaves extra balls of the deodorant and it looks like a wart or something on my underarm and it's not very nice. So anyway, if anyone has any organic or natural deodorant recommendations, either leave it in the comments or pop me a message on Instagram, which is, I'll pop somewhere along here, and in the description box below, it's just Maddie Fit Plantry. Like I mentioned earlier, for lunch today, I am making a broccoli pasta bake. So I'm gonna pop into the kitchen. Let's go and make it now. The first thing you'll need to do is pop a pot of water onto the stove onto a high heat to boil. Next, get your veggies ready. So I'm using 2 cloves of garlic, a couple of mushrooms, a head of broccoli, half an onion, as this recipe is only for 2 servings. So 1 for myself and 1 for my partner. I'm now just dicing the red onion and the 2 cloves of fresh garlic. I prefer to use fresh garlic as I feel like it is more flavoursome than minced garlic, but feel free to use that too. Preheat a pan with some oil in it, and once the oil is hot, add in your diced onion and your minced garlic. Next, I'm preparing my vegetables, so I'm just cutting my mushrooms into large chunks and popping them into a bowl so they are easy and ready to go into my pan. So next, cut up your broccoli. Feel free to use any vegetables you like here. These are just the ones that I chose to use today, and of course the broccoli because it is a broccoli pasta bake. So of course I wanted to add in some broccoli into the broccoli pasta bake. Once your water is boiled, you want to add in your pasta. Here I used the Veta brand, and it is just a protein pasta to bump up my meal with a bit of protein. Make sure you are stirring your veggies as you go, as you don't want them to burn. If you are finding that they are getting too hot, make sure you turn your stove down. Next, I've added in my mushrooms. I'm also adding in some stock, some plant-based milk, and some nutritional yeast flakes for a nice cheesy flavour. Give that a stir, and when you're ready, add in your broccoli. With the broccoli, you're going to make sure that it is covered in some of the liquid to ensure that it does cook down. Once I have ensured that it is pressed into the liquid, I am going to turn the stove down to a simmer and add my herbs and spices. To this one, I popped in some smoked paprika, some Himalayan pink salt, chili flakes, garlic powder, and onion powder. Next, my pasta is just about ready, and I'm gonna fold the pasta into the sauce so it is nice and covered and all of the flavors are getting through to the pasta. I added in some greens here. Feel free to leave them out if you want to, but I had some kale and spinach frozen in the freezer, so I popped that in there as well for some extra nutrients. Next, you're going to pop your pasta into an oven-proof dish, spread it around, and optionally you can add some vegan cheese here. I believe that the brand I was using here is made with plants, and you can only get that from Woolworths, so if you're not in Australia, I'm not sure if you can get that. Once your cheese is spread evenly, pop it into the oven at about 180 degrees until the cheese is melted. And there you have it. Here is the broccoli cheesy pasta bake. A few hours later, it was time for dinner, and on this night I made a black bean nachos, and this meal literally took 10 to 15 minutes from start to finish, so a nice, quick, simple and healthy recipe. You can see that I've just rinsed well a can of black beans and a small can of corn kernels, and next onto the tray I'm adding some corn chips. So these ones are the Wholesome Food Company vegan cheddar cheese corn chips. So you can see they're both vegan and gluten-free. I'm then adding on top my rinsed black beans and corn, and cheating again here. Like I said, it's a super quick meal, so I'm adding some enchilada sauce from Old El Paso, making sure that I cover the beans and the corn well. I'm then going to add some vegan cheese. This brand is just the Coles brand, so I'm just making sure that it is covered well, and it's a cheddar style. Popping that into the oven for about 10 minutes, just until the cheese is melted. And here we have the finished product. On top, I just added some fresh coriander. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I really enjoy it. And some coconut yogurt to act as a sour cream on top. I don't always have dessert, but I do have a big sweet tooth. So on this night, I made my partner and I a quick and easy, healthy apple crumble in the microwave. So I just stewed some apples with some lemon juice, and then I have this mixture here of oats, coconut sugar, cinnamon, and dairy-free butter. I then topped it on the apple, popped it in the microwave for a couple more minutes, and served it with some sugar-free maple syrup. And they came out really good actually. So super yummy, super easy, super quick, and satisfied my sweet tooth.